Good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Tonight is Budget with Faith. I always be forgetting y'all. Budget with Faith Mondays, okay? Budget with Faith Mondays. Good evening to everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening. I am just sharing out my live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm just sharing out my live, y'all. Sharing out the live. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Good evening, good evening, good evening to the people that are just coming into the room. I'm just sharing out my live. Tonight is going to be Budget with Faith Mondays, and we are going to get into the things tonight. More bills than paycheck. You are not alone. If you have more bills than your paycheck, then you are on the right live tonight. I'm just trying to share out my live. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to share out the live. If you are new to my room, put new in the chat. I'm trying to do all the things. If you are new, if you could tap the screen and like the live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. What's going on, friend? So, how do you pronounce? Is it Abramson? Aberson. Am I saying your name right, friend? Let me know. Aberson. Aberson? Good evening, Veronica. Thank you so much for joining, friend. Truly, truly appreciate you. So glad I don't want to be saying your name wrong. So let me know if I'm saying your name right. But good evening, good evening, good evening. Connie, thank you so much for joining for Abrishan. Abrishan. Abrishan? Okay. Abrishan. Okay. So hopefully, hopefully I said that right. Abrishan. That's kind of the way I read it. Hopefully I'm saying it right, friend. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But Abrishan. Okay. Abrishan. Okay. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. But thank you so much for being here. I truly Sean. Oh, so Abry Sean. Abry Sean. Sean at the ending. You got it. Okay. So Abry Sean. Oh, Abry Sean. Friend, can we? I'm saying it so wrong. I feel like I'm saying it so wrong. Sean at the ending. I'm so bad with names. I'm so bad with names. Do they do? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. So Abry Sean. Okay, Abry Sean. Oh, like Sean at the end. Okay, Abry Sean. Okay. Well, friend, forgive me in advance if I say it wrong, but I'm gonna try to say it right. I'm so bad with names. That's why, like, listen, my name is Janine, and I just tell people to call me Jay because it's just so easier to say it. So, forgive me in advance if I say it wrong. But yes, Abry Sean. Okay. So forgive me if I do say it wrong, friend. Welcome in, welcome in. But I'm trying to say it right. But thank you so much for being here on the YT. Truly, truly appreciate it. I always just like to tell people, like, on the YT, if you see me like looking this way, it's because I'm co-streaming. So I'm also, here talking on YouTube, but also on TikTok. So forgive me if sometimes I'm looking over if I'm talking to like welcoming people in the room over there, because on TikTok is a little different. And just like if I'm saying like tap the live and share it out, it's kind of different on the YouTube platform. So I always just feel like I need to just be letting people know that. So forgive me for that. But the question that you can't see that's on the TikTok platform is a question like above my head, and it says more bills than paycheck. So tonight's live or tonight's live is, every Monday I talk about budgeting. So tonight it will be about when you have more bills than your paycheck. So I'm going to break down a mock budget, and I'm just going to give you some simple practical tips that you can do for anybody that you get paid and the numbers are negative, like you have too many bills and you don't have enough money. So that's what tonight's live is going to be about. Welcome in, Cherry. Thank you so much for joining, friend. Thank you so much for joining. Tonight is talking about more bills than paycheck. Okay. We're talking about more bills than paycheck. I'm just going to wait for a few people to enter the room. Just give it a few minutes. So type in the chat here. Let me know where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? Like, what city are you watching from? Let me know. Mocha Beauty, thank you so much for joining, friend. Truly, truly appreciate it. Tonight's live, we are talking about more bills than paycheck, okay? Miss Bunny, thank you so much for joining, friend. Truly, truly appreciate it. I want to introduce myself to people that may not know me. My name is Janine. I'm a financial coach. I specialize in budgets, saving money, and getting out of debt with God in the center. So if that's something that you're into, then you are in the right room. San Diego, whoa, you are far. You are on the West Coast, friend. The West Coast. Okay, so I'm all the way on the East Coast. So what is it, like 6 y'all time? Like, is it 6 p.m. over there? Because it's like 8. I don't know I don't know if it's 3 hours. I think it may be 3 hours. So maybe like 5 p.m. your time. Let me know. See, that's far though. San Diego, California. I've been to California once, but I would love to definitely go back. Definitely, for sure. So again, tonight we are going to be talking about okay, I just wanted to see if you put enough. So we are going to be talking about if you have more bills than your paycheck. Okay. If you have more bills than your paycheck. So again, I'm just waiting for a few more people to come into the room and see what's going on. Happy Monday, 5:48 p.m. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is 3. So it is 3 out. Well, yeah, it's 3. Yeah, okay. So it's like late over here for the East Coast, but it's like, evening for you guys. So okay, good. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, I definitely would love to, to visit California, but I came there once, but I would love to come back. Definitely. 3 hours. Yeah. It's 3 hours. Yes. So, well, I truly thank you for joining and always comment and engaging. I truly, truly appreciate it. Belina, thank you so much for joining, friend. Truly, truly appreciate it. Tonight, we're going to be talking about if you ever had more bills than your paycheck. If you ever had a paycheck and your bill, you were just like in the negative. We are going to talk about some strategies for 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 you to use when that happens. When that happens, when you have more bills than paycheck. And that happens a lot of times for most. Some people, they say that most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. So, we are going to talk about it tonight. And I'm actually going to show you guys a mock budget, and I'm going to break it down for exactly what I would do, like the numbers on exactly how I would break this paycheck down and what I would do and the strategies that I would do. So let's see. Just waiting for a few more people to come into the room, to see the live, to like the live. So I want to ask a question. Thank you so much, friend, for joining. So be honest. Do you check your bank account daily, weekly, or only on payday? So if you could answer the question, do you, hey friend, hey T, hey, hey girlfriend, hey. um, if you, okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm clear. Do you check your bank account daily, weekly, or only on payday? So you could put daily. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, friend, for the gifts. Hey, T, thank you so much for liking the live, friend. Truly, truly appreciate it. Truly, truly appreciate it. Tonight we're talking about more bills than paycheck. Okay, daily. Yes. Oh, okay. You heard me, friend. I didn't know if you heard me. I was gonna repeat that. Yes, yes, daily, daily, daily. That's that's what we need to be doing. Daily. I check it daily too, y'all. Like definitely daily, because sometimes you can have those expenses where you be like, dang, I forgot that was coming out, or like you'll just look at your account and just be like, okay, like just to monitor things, like subscriptions or anything. So it's so important to check your bank account daily. Some people don't like to check it daily, but I'm like a stickler, y'all, and I make sure that I check it daily because I need to make sure that ain't no fraudulent. Thank you so much, friend, for the gifts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I need to make sure there's no fraudulent charges or anything, because it's people scheming out here, y'all. So definitely daily. Friend, we are going to be talking about when you have more bills than your paycheck. I don't know why this thing give me the flash goals like already. What's the name? Get like TikTok gives you flash goals very quickly. Like I'm like, it's not even enough people in the room to give that. All right. So the next question is, how long does your paycheck last? 1 week, 2 weeks, or the full month? So I'm talking about like if you get paid every 2 weeks, how long does your paycheck last? Does it last the whole? Thank you so much for the gifting. Thank you so much. Does the paycheck last till your next payday? Because if you get paid every 2 weeks, does it last till your next payday? Does it last, until the end of the month? Does it only last a week? Let me know in the chat. How long does your paycheck last? The full month. Whoa, goals. Goals, the full month. So, okay, the full month. So, wait a minute. So, this is my question. If your paycheck lasts the full month, do you get paid every 2 weeks? Because my question would be, does your 2 week paycheck last the whole month? Or like, are you getting paid monthly? And that's why I last a month. So just give me a little clarity. Because if the 2 week paycheck lasts the full month, then that's goals, friend. Then that's goals. That's definitely goals. The question T is, how long does your paycheck last? 1 week, 2 weeks, or the full month? So how long does it last, friend? Let me know. Let me know. How long does your paycheck last? Girl, it barely lasts for the 2 weeks. Listen, friend, I get it. I get it. I do. I get it. Especially with prices these days, friend. I get it. I get it. VA retirement and disability, I get paid monthly as of now. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, great. Great. So monthly. So it has to last the whole entire month because the VA and just okay. Great. Okay, good. Good to know. I would say I know with these prices and everything like that. So luckily, guys, like I get paid every week. So I feel like there are weeks that are like that I would still have like money in my account, of course, and then I get paid again. So I used to be on the every 2 week thing, y'all, but I'm thank God like every week. So you figure like shoot, before you even spend one paycheck, before know it, you get the next paycheck. So I do thank God for getting paid every week. But especially with these prices these days, trust me, I get it with the paychecks not lasting and stretching. But listen in, girlfriend, because I want to tell you some tips that's going to help you for when to try to stretch your paycheck, to try to help you budget the money a little bit better. So listen in. Okay, so the next question, guys, is what is harder to budget, your groceries or your gas? Put it in the chat. Which one is harder for you to budget? Is it gas in your car or is it groceries? Let me know. 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 Which category is harder to budget? Is it your groceries or is it your gas? Because I feel like for both of these categories, right? Even though I feel like most people will say groceries, gas is one of those sneaky, categories that will sneak up on you. And you just be like, dang, I just put gas in my car. And it really depends on what car you have. Because if you have a gas guzzler, then you may be constantly putting gas in your car. So, okay, so I work from home. So gas lasts forever. Yes, 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 yes. Gas lasts forever for me too, friend, because I do work from home too. So definitely gas lasts me forever. But I feel like for me, when I do go out, since where I live, like if I want to go out to the city or whatever the case may be, when I do go out, I'm driving like 45 minutes. Gas because of the unpredictability. Gas. Okay. Okay. I would say groceries then. Okay. So one person said gas, another person said groceries. Okay, okay. Which is harder to, so I get it with the unpredictability in reference to gas. Yes, that's so true. Because it's just like depending on where you're going, how much you're driving, depending on if you have a gas guzzler, if you have like a V6, those are gas guzzlers. So it really just depends. So I get that. Groceries, I would say, y'all, groceries is so hard for me to budget. It's just always been that one category for me that I just feel like I have to be so intentional on. And I think just because I'm, a mom and feeding these kids, my kids, because they like half from what I like preteen slash grown men and they eat a lot. So it's just always been that category for me that like I have to really be strategic, because if I'm not strategic, especially that I that I go cooking at, especially that I go live cooking, and well, it's worse now. Oh, I know it's worse now, friend, because you gotta get all of those ingredients for you when you cooking live. That's so funny. I know it's worse now. I know it is. I know it is. I just again, like I just feel like this category just always has been very hard. Even when my kids were little. Like because I remember when my kids were little, I used to almost have to buy like double groceries because I used to have to buy stuff for their lunch. So I used to be packing their lunch and then food for when they come home from school, because that's the first thing they say is, "Mom, we hungry." That's the first thing they say to me, "Mom, we hungry. What you cooking? Mom, we hungry." Like, and they used to play basketball and everything like that. So that's the first thing they'd be like, "We hungry. Well, what you cooking?" So I definitely think that groceries definitely has always just been a category for me that it's hard to budget. So let me ask one more question. What comes first for you? Paying bills or buying food? Which one do you pay first? Do you pay your bills or do you buy food? Let me know in the chat. Which one are you doing first? Now, this is no wrong answer. Bills. Bills, 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 bills. There's no wrong answer here because honestly, they're both important because yes, you gotta pay your bills, but you gotta have food on your table too as well. Like we can't survive without food. So let me know what you're paying first, bills or food. Let me know. I would definitely say I'm paying the bills first. Definitely for sure. I'm definitely paying the bills first. Bills. Yes, we definitely paying our bills first. Yes, for sure. But it's some people, that would say, pay, food first. But again, these categories are so important that you really have to do both. Like you have to pay your bills first. So these are good answers. I'm so excited. So, so, so excited. So I truly appreciate everyone. If it's if it's it can be, or if it can be canned goods. Yeah. Or if it can be canned goods. I get it. I get it. I get it. So I want to let me see what else. Do I have any more? These are good questions, y'all. I think I have one more question for you guys. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, one more last question, and I'm gonna go into the mock budget. Do you usually overspend with cash or your card? Now, this is, I feel like I know my answer to this. Do you usually overspend when you have cash or when you use your card, your debit card, your credit card? Let me know. Put cash or card. Which one do you usually overspend? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Dr. Keisha, thank you so much for joining, friend. Truly, truly appreciate you for being here. Tonight, we are talking about more bills than paycheck. If you have ever had a paycheck that card, okay, if you have ever had a paycheck and you were in the negative, then you are in the right room. Thank you so much for being here. We are asking, what category do you spend? What did I say? Card though. What category? Look, I forgot the question I asked you. Do you usually overspend with cash or card? So you said card. Everybody on TikTok, what category do you usually overspend? Do you overspend with your cash or do you overspend with your card? Let me know. And make sure that you're tapping the live. Make sure that you grab your daily heart points and make sure that you're sharing out the live so other moms or other busy women could get some more information about the budget. So let me know in the chat, are you spending more? Do you overspend on cash or do you overspend more on card? Let me know, let me know, let me know. I would say for me, definitely card. Okay. I am going to overspend every time when I swipe that card, because they honestly say, like, if you really look at psychology, you don't get the same effects when you're actually swiping your card that you get when you have cash. Like, I am a cash envelope girl. I really don't have my cash envelopes here, but I will show y'all. There is something about when you have cash, you will spend less money. Okay. Because when you have to break that 20, thank you so much. Thank you so much, official signature blue. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for joining the fan club. We are going to be talking about more bills than paycheck. And the question that we are talking about right now is, what category do you usually overspend on, cash or your card? Good evening, good evening, good evening, friend. Good evening. So again, Dr. Michelle, thank you so much. Tap, 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 tap. Thank you so much for joining, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Truly, truly appreciate you. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. Tonight, we are going to be talking about more bills than paycheck. So the question that I am asking everyone is, what cat? Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Truly, truly appreciate you. Truly, truly appreciate you. The question, thank you so much for the populars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The question that I am asking tonight that we were just talking about. Oh, three? Oh, no, I was saying two. What categories do you overspend? Do you overspend, cash or card? So we had some people that said card, and another person said card. What category do you overspend more on? When you have your card or when you use cash? So card, 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 card. I think that we all can agree. Thank you so much for liking the live. I think that we card, yes. And I was about to say that I think that we all can agree that card is definitely a category that we overspend, because they say, the psychology and reference to, the transaction, when you have cash and you actually are giving the teller, or thank you so much for the populars, when you're actually giving the person the cash, it's a transaction. It's like a physical transaction, right? Thank you so much for joining the fan club. We need 2 more gifts to reach the flash goal. Hey, Luna. Hey, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. All of my LYIA girls are here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Truly, truly appreciate everyone for being here. Oh, thank you for the flash goals, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Like, y'all just don't understand how it just like touches my heart with all some things being. Truly, truly appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh, like y'all, I just truly, truly appreciate everyone for being here. The new people that enter the room, thank you so much for being here. The question that I was talking about, where I asked was, do you usually overspend with cash or card? Thank you. You could put it in a chat. Do you usually overspend cash or card? Again, a lot of people said card. And I think that, again, that is just, we all can agree to that, right, y'all? That you spend more card always. Yes, yes, yes. Because it's something about when you have the cash, right, and you're giving it to the teller, or whatever, you're giving it to the person. That's a transaction, right? You are literally going to get money back, and you are going to think twice. Because I know, like, when you have cash, you are going to think twice before you're going to look at prices. I know when I have cash, I'll be looking at prices like, all right, I got $10. And how much does this cost? When you have your card, I never look at prices, y'all. Like, is it just me? But so many places are cardless now. I know. And I'm telling you, it's so, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to do not disturb. Okay. Yes, they're making it so convenient, you guys, to be cashless, because they don't want us, you spend more, right? You spend more when you use your card. it's just like you don't feel the transaction in reference to the money, and they do that for a reason, right? Because these big banks and markets and all that, they do that so you can spend more money in their store. Like that's probably a genius marketing thing that they probably know for eternity. Like, okay, no, we're gonna make everything cash, we're gonna make everything tap the card. Now if you are Apple, thank you so much for joining the fan club, Divine Balance. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you so much, Luna, for being a title gifter. Thank you guys. Love you guys. But yeah, they doing that on purpose, y'all. If you an Apple person and you don't even have your card, now you could just click the Apple Wallet Pay and just double click it. So you don't even have to have your card, y'all. You don't even have to. Thank you so much for the friendship necklace, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't even have to have your card, y'all. So they just making it super easy for you just to spend your money. Thank you so much for guys, for the donuts and everything. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the diet. Oh, thanks, guys. Too easy. Yes, they making it too easy so we can be overspending our money. Definitely. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. The gifts. Thank you so much. So I want to talk about more bills than paycheck. So put in the chat if you have ever had, let's just say the mock paycheck that I'm going to do tonight is $1,500. So let's say, have you ever had a paycheck and then you have more bills than money? Put in the chat if that's you. If that ever was you, because that was me for plenty of times, y'all. Miss Treetop, thank you so much for joining, friend. Thank you so much for joining me. Yes. Let me know in the chat. This is a safe space, y'all. Like, we are going to talk about personal finances, but I promise you, if you stay on yes, absolutely. If you stay on, I'm going to drop some tips for you guys that I wish that I knew when I was, in the negative, that I promise that it will be practical tips for you guys to take away. Okay. So make sure you have your pens out. Make sure that you guys are taking notes, because this is what I'm gonna actually do. So I just wanted to show you guys I got my little paycheck tracker, y'all. And I don't think if YouTube can really see it. This is how it looks. But these paycheck trackers are available on my link in my bio, and also my link in the description. But this is what I use every paycheck. But I'm just gonna do a mock one, y'all, really quick. So, all right, so I'm gonna do this first thing, income, really quick. So let's just say that our paycheck is we just gonna put paycheck here, and we're gonna put the paycheck of 1,500, right? So let's say you bring in 1,500. And I'm gonna break this down really quick. So I'm gonna show y'all when I'm done. I'm gonna just write this real quick. So we're gonna put mortgage 700. We're gonna put groceries. We're gonna put the groceries is gonna be 300. And we're gonna put electric. Electric is 150. And this is just a mock budget, y'all. And we're gonna put gas. So I'm gonna put gas over here, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do this. We're gonna put gas 100, and then we're gonna put these other bills. So the internet, I'm going to put for the internet, I'm going to put 100, and the car payment, I'm going to put 250 for your car payment. And then for your credit card minimums, I'm just gonna put credit card here, credit card, and the minimums are going to equal up to $80, right? So this is just how it looks, right? The categories, if you guys could see it, right? So the first, if you could see it over here, right? If y'all could see it. So the first things first is your income, right? Your income. And then these are your fixed expenses. So like the bills that have to be paid. So we said mortgage, electric, internet, and car payment. These are the ones that have to be paid. Your credit card payment of $80 that has to be paid. And then your groceries and your gas, which are variable expenses, right? So let's just say If you add all of that up together, guys, right? Then you are short $300. I'm on vacation in Vegas, just dropping in. Oh, enjoy your vacation. Thank you so much, friend. Looking good, friend. Oh, you finally came, friend. Transforming gal. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you so much for finally jumping on the live. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for being here. Oh, so I didn't even know you guys joined. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Of course, sis, thank you so much for being here. Truly, truly appreciate it. So I was just showing a mock budget. So 1,500 was our paycheck, but when we add all our bills on what we have to pay and your groceries and everything, we are short $300. So let me know in the chat, y'all. If you are short $300, right, from all the bills, what is, whoa, this is a good one. What's the first thing you want to cut? I'm in my live, but came up for a few. Okay. I'm in my live, but came in for a few because your lives are valuable. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, okay. Thank you so much for joining. People that are, come in. Thank you so much for joining the fan club. Truly, truly appreciate it. Luxury. So you're going to cut the luxuries first. Thank you so much for joining the fan club. Let me know in the chat, what are you cutting first? Because all I said was mortgage, electric, internet, car payment, your credit card, your groceries, and your gas. What are you guys cutting first? Let me know. I want to know, what are you cutting first? Credit card. Oh, but okay, so you cutting the credit card payments off. Okay, so let's just talk about it, right? And I should have got my calculator, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I credit card debt. Okay. If you're on a Lux on a budget, internet. But we need our internet though. Because if credit card debt uses CC Lux, okay. But we need our internet. So, but that's a good one though. Let me see. Where is my here it go. Hold on, y'all. Oh man. Sorry, guys. I bring out my calculator so y'all can see. All right. So, because I want to break this down. So we are 300. Let me see. How do I make this negative? All right. So we are going to be 300. Oh, well, I think it's flipped, but 300 refinance mortgage payments. Go to the library or a cafe. I'm loving you guys' answers. I truly am loving you guys' answers. This is so funny. Refinance the mortgage payment. But friend, start brewing home coffee. Yes. But listen, this is just our paycheck, right? This is our one paycheck. So we can't refinance the mortgage enough in this one paycheck. So it's like, what are you going to do with it first? If this is your paycheck and we are $300 short. So here's a couple things that you guys can do. Make sure you got your notes out, y'all. So we said that 300 for the groceries. So the first thing that I would say, gas minimize. Okay, look, good answers. These are all good answers. So super excited. Thank you so much. And can you guys make sure that you're tapping the screen, start walking. And sharing out the live so that more people can enter the room to get this budgeting information. Stop eating red meat. I'm cracking up, y'all. But you guys are saying some key things, because sometimes it really be like this for people. You know what I mean? We're laughing about it right now, but sometimes this is definitely brew coffee and cook. Yes. But you guys are right on it. Sometimes grow your own food. I'm cracking up. But you know what? Sometimes it be like this. I just remember a season where I was, I had more bills than paycheck and I had to figure out what to do. So the first thing that I would say, I'm just laughing at you guys' comments because you're so funny. The first thing is, you're absolutely right. So since we are $300, I juice every day. Uh, so since we are $300 negative, y'all, first thing I'm gonna say is take 50 off of groceries. 50 off of groceries, and now we 250 negative, 250 negative. So y'all absolutely right. First thing that we are going to trim is the groceries. We got to take $50 off of it. So instead of spending 300 for the groceries, we're going to spend 250. Now we still in a deficit of 250, right? Still in a deficit. So first thing, what supermarket you go to? So I shop at Aldi's and Walmart and Costco's only because I noticed that for me, buying in bulk helps because my kids eat a lot. But Aldi, I like that too, and then I also like um Walmart. That's right. No ice cream, no soda. Yes. And again, you guys, like, this is just when you are lots of water. This is when you are really, really tight and you got to figure it out. Okay. This is not going to be always doing this, but when your budget is extremely tight and you are in a negative, you have to cut. So, yes, the first thing is trim your groceries. The second thing is, now write this down, you guys. It's just a little gem. Instead of the internet, because I said the internet payment of 100, right? Call your internet provider and see if you can change the bill due date. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but when you call these, like the internet, cell phone, you can change the due dates and say, you know what, can I push it back to, can I change the due date? Can I change the cycle? So number two would be calling. So if we was to call our internet provider and they say that we could push the due date back towards our next check, now instead of us being 250 in a deficit, now we only 150 in a deficit. Yes, sometimes you can change the due dates. Yep, and especially on credit cards, right, y'all? So that would be the first. Well, that would be the second tip that I'm saying. Make sure you trimming your groceries. Then two is calling your internet or your cell phone provider and seeing if you could change the due dates. Now, the third thing I would say, I agree. Okay, the third thing I would say is that car payment, y'all. Here's what I would do. Now, these are for tight scenarios. What I would do is I would split that car payment in half. So instead of us paying 150 towards the car, no, we will pay. So how much did we save for the car payment? Oh, 250. So instead of us paying 250, we're going to pay 150. And then we're going to push the other 100 to the next paycheck. We push the other 100 towards the next paycheck. So now our gap is 0, right? Because first thing we did was we took off. Let me just make sure this add up, y'all. We took off because the deficit was 300, right? 300. And we took off 50 for the groceries. And then we took off the internet, which was 100. Oh, man. 300 minus 50 minus 100 equals 200, right? Minus 150 equal, right? Did I do that right? I'm pretty, wait a minute, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure I added this up right, y'all. Groceries reduced to 50, right? So and move the car payment. So I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, so then the deficit, right? Because we did 50 for the groceries, we did 100 for the internet, and then 150 for the car note. So that's 200. Now what am I missing, y'all? Oh, okay. So then a gap would be 100. Because remember, our gap was 300, right? So that's 300, right? So I'm pretty sure. Look. See, I'm doing the math, y'all. So the next thing I would say, right? If it's really tight, I would say to DoorDash or Uber or Lyft to get that extra 100. Now listen, I just asked my girlfriend because she does Instacart, $50 for groceries, 100 and all. Yes. So I just asked my girlfriend How much does she average? Because she's been doing Instacart, y'all. And she said that she does Instacart for like 4 to 5 hours, and she makes anywhere between 200 to like $300 in a day. Rob Peter to pay Paul. Listen, I get it. Yes, Rob and Peter to pay Paul. So, and again, these scenarios is when your budget is in a negative and you have to figure out a way. So again, reducing our groceries, calling your internet provider or your credit card provider, switching the pay dates, paying half on that car note. And the fourth one would be a side hustle. Now, again, we don't have to be side hustling for the rest of our life, but in this scenario, you could do Uber or DoorDash or Instacart, and you could easily make 150. Or I would say, since our deficit was 100, to aim for 200. Then that way all your bills is paid, right? We got groceries, we got everything paid, and we still got like $100 cushion. So like these are some of the strategies that we had, or let go of the red meat. Yes. Now, some people may say, you know what? I want to take a little bit more from the groceries, right? Because if we would have took, because groceries, I said only took 50. Let's say if we would have took 100, and then maybe you didn't have to DoorDash or anything. So you can kind of play with the numbers to kind of see like, okay, I'd rather do this, I'd rather do that. So that's why everybody's budget is definitely different, and it's personalized to them. But these are, seriously, I like your tips. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But again, these are just tips to help you when you have more bills than paycheck, right? Because first thing people will say, well, like, oh my gosh, like, you gotta get a side hustle, when that can be true. Thank you so much for being a title gifter, you guys. I truly appreciate it. Y'all did my live goal and everything. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But again, you gotta be strategic when it comes down to the budget. You really do. Because again, sometimes, the first thing you could think about is when you write down your income, right? You could be like, oh my God, like my income is 1,500, but I got to pay out 1,800. That automatically could just bring a level of stress and anxiety to you. Like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to do? My bills is already, and you just be thinking like, I'm just stressed out already. And I don't even really want to look at these finances. And some people will just be like, forget it. Like, forget about it. Like, I don't even want to look at it. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute. Like, give yourself grace, right? Give yourself grace and think about, what can you do? What are the things that you have control over, right? You have control over, adjusting these variable expenses, right? We have control over, maybe we need to reel in the groceries a little bit. Now, mind you, this is only for 2 weeks, guys, right? Oh, Janine, reset the book. Oh, okay. Let me reset the live. Okay. Let me reset it, y'all. Oh, let me see. Okay, add it now. Okay, let me edit. Let me see, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. I don't even, let me see. I think let me use these. I like these little live stickers. Thank you so much for do hand hearts. Hand hearts are expensive. Hand hearts are expensive. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Thank you so much for liking the live. I truly appreciate it. If you guys are getting some gems, drop gems in the chat. I looked at your gallery. Oh, okay. You looked at my gallery. Hand hearts. Oh, okay. So if you guys are getting some gems, let me know. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. But again, give yourself, oh, thank you so much for the hair, Luna. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it, you guys. Truly appreciate it. But again, I want to really just encourage you guys, if this is a scenario, you have until Sunday to fill it. Says, oh, okay, I know. Transformer Girl, I'm trying, I'm learning about the leagues. And I think that I just recently seen, like, I was in D3. maybe. And then I looked and I'm like in D2. So I was like super excited. But again, I don't be trying to stress myself out about, I've heard about, a lot of us getting stressed out about the leagues and all that. You guys, listen, I'm not trying to stress. You are at D2. Yes, you're moving up. Thank you so much. I know I'm super excited, but I don't be trying to stress y'all. I don't be trying to stress about these leagues. Listen, I'm just coming on here to my live. I just, appreciate people coming in and supporting. You only can do what you can do. Listen, and I have gotten several requests that, to us to do like for me to do like a TikTok live budget, like a Excel spreadsheet for you guys that maybe I can help you guys. Because listen, your girl, I'm on a budget when it comes down to these TikTok stuff, because I noticed just even for me, like I'm in everybody's room gifting, and I'm like, oh, okay, like this is coming out of my business expense. So let me just, I got business expenses that I gotta pay for, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I need a budget for TikTok, because if you don't have a budget, y'all, it's so easy to go over it, right? It adds up. Yes, 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 yes. Move with purpose. Absolutely. Move with intention. We don't care, club. I'm cracking up. Got to be strategic. Come back to class. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you have to be strategic. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So a lot of people were asking me like to do a budget for TikTok, or especially for business owners. I think it's truly important. So I definitely thank you so much, Leslie, for coming in, friend. Truly, truly appreciate you being here. So yes, I definitely think that we definitely have to be on a budget, y'all, because it could add up and you could blow your budget. I'm guilty of it. So yes, again, when you have more bills than your paycheck, these are just some simple strategies that you can do to lessen the stress. And again, we want to eventually get to, right? The goal is yes, I'm going to teach gifting with purpose. Yes, on the lives. Yes, yes, yes. Because you know what, the thing, I think that we, especially like in the battles and stuff like that, that's kind of where the money can get, like you're just gifting. And and here's the thing that I want to say, right? And it's kind of like a tricky, I don't know if I want to say it's a tricky topic, but it's kind of like, our agency is so big, right, y'all? And it's like you want to support all the rooms, you want to support everybody. What is the goal with the budget? Okay, Trisma, I'm coming back to the goal with the budget is to make sure I said the four goals. The goals with the budget is to trim in a category that you could trim in one category, if that's groceries, right? Two, to call the internet provider and change the due date. Three, instead of you paying the total amount, like for the car note or whatever high bill you have, split it. Pay half of it in this one paycheck, and then pay the other half in the other paycheck, so you have more margin in your budget. And four, pick up a side hustle, Instacart, DoorDash, for the weekend to build your cushion up. Those are the four. So what I'm about to say now. You may look, you try and get me back on, I know, trying to get me back onto what I was talking about. But gifting. Yes, yes, gifting. Here's the one thing, and especially for all of us that's in the agency, I feel like we can't support everybody, right? We can't support everybody. And I think that we also have to realize, by tapping the screen, sharing out the live, that's still a way for us to support, right? But I think that we need to be strategic in knowing that you can't really support everybody, but what are like the ones that really speak to you or resonate with you in a way to support those lives. That we can't do it for everybody, and I don't expect everybody to to come in and gift me, but there are some rooms that I go into, y'all, that just resonate with me, right? Resonate with me. I would say like Luna, I love her live. I love her like luxury on a budget. I'm totally like, I absolutely love it, love it, love it, because I love luxury stuff on a budget. I would say Dr. Michelle, her live, she talks about relationships. Man, that live hit me to my core. That's it, like that live hit me to my core in reference to relationships. Dr. Trisha's live, when she talked about health coaches or just being a coaches, period. That's another good one. Cassandra, your live is, I like love your energy, friends. Like, absolutely love it. In your RN, like I just love the health tips and everything. So it's just like you kind of like pick out your, favorite rooms. You welcome. You like the favorite rooms that you like, you know what I mean? What's the name of the luxury on a budget? Her name's Luna. If she's in here, her name's Luna, and it's and she talks about all things about thrifting, but also getting luxury items on a budget. If she is in here, Luna, type in the chat. And also, Ms. Leslie, if she's not in here, I will let you know her information. I'll DM you her information. But I like love her thing. And I'm not to say that I don't love all the other people in the agency, but we just can't like gift everybody. So it's just like be strategic and who you are gifting, or be strategic on the rooms that really like resonate with you personally, because everybody, I didn't make your list. Hold up, Transformer Girl. Wait a minute. I said everybody in the LYA agency. I'm not in the agency, right? So that's only that. I'm gonna say that there are other rooms that I truly like and appreciate the support. Oh, I think she comes in early. Yes, and she came in on yes. Her lives are very early. I think it's like 6 a.m. Her lives are very early, but she does a thrifting Thursday on the evening where she shows you the pieces. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. TikTok was giving me the puzzle pieces. She does a thrifting Thursday on the evening where she shows you her actual pieces that she got. Absolutely love that live. She's actually showing you what she got. So if you can't get her lives that's in the morning 6 a.m., then try to get her. All right, see you soon. I have to go because I'm getting a message. Okay, a message about the live. Oh, okay, go ahead, friend. Thank you so much for being here. But Miss Leslie, yeah, she does an evening one. I think it's on Saturday. No, Thursdays. It's on Thursdays. Definitely on Thursdays. But it's so many lives. I'm about to say T's live, the cooking one. So it's so many lives. People that I didn't mention, don't like fill away. I'm not saying that I don't like your lives or anything like that. I like everybody's live, but just be strategic on the rooms that you want to support. That's the only thing I'm saying. I love absolutely everybody's live, so I don't want people to think like she doesn't like the live. I'm like, yes, I do. But there's so many. Exactly, there's so many, and we are so creative. Like Nettie Net, her chair exercises, she be getting me together. I'm like, oh man, I need to be exercising. I need to be doing the things. So there are so many. We can't give to all of them. Just have, and then maybe you want to rotate, right? Like maybe you say, okay, I'll gift these the next couple of days, and then maybe I'll change it to these other ones. So, it all just really depends on where you at. But I would just say just stick to a budget when it comes down to gifting. It really just depends, because everybody's creative in their way. But just make sure that you stay on a budget. So let me see. So we talked about the mock budget, y'all. A couple affirmations that I'm so big on affirmations, y'all. Like that it's so important for us to be speaking life over our finances. So here's a couple affirmations that I kind of wanted to say for you guys to really say and cover for this week. Or for you guys to, just to say in reference to your finances. My paycheck is not my provider. God is. Whoa, that thing just hit me. I probably need a schedule with a budget or gifting in my lives. Yes, Sandra, I totally get it. Yes. My paycheck is not my provider. God is. Whoa, if that resonated with, that is a great, yes, listen, I even was like, whoa, when I read it, like chills came down on me, because one of the things that I did not say, right, is that for all of the tips that I said, I'm making sure that, we trim this, and, all of the tips that I said earlier. The biggest one that I felt like I did not say was we didn't leave room for God to come in and provide, right? When the numbers don't add up, when you have done all you can do to cut, to switch the due dates, now we leave room for God to come in and step in. So that one just sent chills through me, y'all. My paycheck is not my provider. God is. Woo, woo, woo. Totally agree. Totally agree. Okay. Second affirmation. I make wise choices with what I have today. I make wise choices what I have today. So true. We got to be good stewards and good, making good decisions over what we have, right? So in the scenario that we had where we were in the negative 300, we are making wise choices with what God has given us. Okay. Number 3, I am not stuck. I am becoming disciplined. I am not stuck. I am becoming disciplined, right? So when you see that you have more bills than paycheck, when you see that when your check is 1,500 and your bills are 1,800, remind yourself, I am not stuck, right? But I am going to become more disciplined with my budget. Sorry, friend. I was doing my dishes while listening. Okay, that's fine. So just remind yourselves that, with this budgeting, I tell my clients all the time, it's not a set it and forget it thing. It's not a, I'm going to get the budget, I'm going to be perfect with it today and I don't have to worry about it tomorrow. Give yourself grace. Know that you are not stuck, but you're becoming more disciplined. A great Bible verse, Philippians 4:19 says, and my God shall supply all your needs. Know that when the numbers don't add up, God will still provide. So let me know if this resonated with you guys in a way. Type in peace in the chat if you needed that reminder to know that God is your provider. Type in peace in the chat, you guys. Type in peace, because we're going to have peace over our finances this week. We are going to release the anxiety and stress that may come with looking at your paycheck, looking at your bills, realizing that you may have more bills than paycheck. If you are wanting peace tonight, type in peace and know that God will supply all of your needs. These tips were great. I'm so happy I caught your live. We'll be back in the future. But thank you so much, Cassandra. Thank you so much for being here, friend. I know it's late. I know it's late on the East Coast. So I thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much. So that is yeah. So everybody's typing peace. Thank you so much. So that is our reminder, right? That we can still have peace with our finances, even if our numbers are not adding up. That gives room for God to come in and bless us, which he absolutely will. Thank you so much for joining, Cindy. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Truly appreciate it. Truly appreciate it. So thank you so much for joining the fan club, friend. Thank you so much for being here. So, we were just going over when you have more bills than your paycheck. A couple affirmations that I was talking about. What was the second affirmation? Okay, the second affirmation was I make wise choices with what I have today. So I'll say that again. I make wise choices with what I have today. So that's just basically like you are being good stewards over what you have. And again, this ties into the exact, like if you have more bills than paycheck, that there may be times where you have more bills than paycheck, but we are going to be wise stewards Thank you so much for the popular friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are going to be good stewards and we're going to make wise choices. Well, what we have, right? If we only have 1,500 for our paycheck and our bills are 1,800, we're going to try to make. Thank you so much, Coach Chantel, for being here, friend. Thank you so much for being here. That we are just going to make wise choices with what God has given us, right? And again, if we have 1,500 in our, in our paycheck and our bills is 1,800, we are going to be wise stewards of what we have. Thank you guys for the new people that just into the room. I was talking about affirmations, couple affirmations that you guys could talk about over your finances. Have a good night, friend. Thank you so much, T, for being here. You have a good night as well. I was just talking about affirmations about your finances that you can use over this week. I'll just repeat the ones that I said really quick. The first one was, my paycheck is not my provider, God is. Man, that one still just gets me. My paycheck is not my provider, God is. Know that God will supply all of our needs. He is our provider, not our paycheck. 2 was, I make wise choices with what I have today. Listen, if we only have 1,500 in our budget and our bills are 18, we're going to make the best choices that we have with the 1,500. And 3 is, I am not stuck. I am becoming more disciplined. That, listen, if you're feeling stuck with your budget, your numbers don't make sense, know that you are, thank you so much for the populars. I truly, truly appreciate it. Know that you are not stuck with your budget, but you are going to become more disciplined. And the goal would be, right, to eventually get to break the cycle of the paycheck to paycheck life. The goal would be to get your finances in order, to be a month ahead. The goal is to make sure that we're writing down each and every one of our bills and, paying it early, paying things down. Okay, these are the goals that we want to work towards. And a couple things that I have, like free resources. Thank you so much, Nika, for joining, friend. Truly, truly appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much for everybody that's being here. We just talked about affirmations. Hey, friend. Hey, friend. We talked about affirmations tonight. We also talked about when you have more bills than paycheck. For the new people that came in the room, the 4 things that I talked about that I'll recap really quick. So here's the 4 tips, right? 4 practical strategies for you to do when you have more bills than your paycheck, right? When you have, so we did a mock budget of a paycheck of 1,500, but our bills were 1,800. So you have a deficit of $300. So here are 4 tips that you can do to that's going to help with the deficit. Thank you so much for the live gifts. Thank you so much. All the live goals for me. Thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. I truly, truly appreciate you. First tip, y'all, is to trim. We trimmed $50 from our grocery category. That's the first thing that we did because we had a deficit of 300. So the first thing we did was trim our groceries $50. And we had so many people in the chat talking about, listen, you can stop eating red meat, or, go to a cheaper market, or cheaper supermarket, or, buy more canned goods. And again, this is only for when, your check is, you have more bills than paycheck, right? So you have to really crunch the numbers. So since our deficit was 300, we took 50 from groceries. The second tip was to call your internet provider or your cell phone provider and change the due dates, right? Seeing if you could push the due date back a week or 2, right? So we pushed the due date back for our internet and we put that $100 back in. So now the deficit, I think, was 150. And then the next thing that you can do, the third tip was, we had a car note in our mock budget. We split the car note. The car note was $250. We split it in half. So if you have more bills than paycheck, split your highest bill. pay half of it in this paycheck and the other half in the other paycheck. That way you have more margin in your budget for the paycheck that we're working on. And then number 4, I would say pick up a side hustle. Do some Uber Eats, do some Instacart, do some DoorDash. I said my girlfriend recently started doing Instacart, and she Instacart for a couple, maybe like 4 to 5 hours, and she made $200 to $300. So when you are in a deficit, when you are when you really have more bills than your paycheck, these are simple strategies that you can do to make sure all your bills is getting paid, but also have some cushion, and that will last you until your next paycheck. So that's kind of a recap of what we talked about. And then we talked about affirmations. So I think so. I thank everybody for being here. You reach it. That's really good tips. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone for being here, y'all. Like, I truly appreciate you. I'm just looking at my analytics on the back end. The 12 yesterday. Okay. Truly appreciate everyone for being here. But it's just so important to know that stay encouraged. If you are in a season where it's more bills than your paycheck, know that it's a season that is not always going to be like that, but know that you may have to put some steps in place to help you get out of this paycheck to paycheck life, right? Raheem, thank you so much for being here, friend. Truly appreciate you for being here. We are talking about tonight more bills than paychecks. So if that resonates with you, they asking me for another live pool, y'all. What are they doing? What's the name is asking me for another live goal? I don't even know. I don't even know what to pick, y'all. I don't even know. Let's do corn. It's asking me for another live. Well, thank you so much for being here, friend. My name is Janine. I'm a budget coach. I talk about all things personal finances with God in the center. So just know that if you are in a season where you have more bills than paycheck, then know that, again, it's just a season. But again, you have to make sure that you're putting strategic steps in place, right? Making sure you know your numbers, making sure you are reducing these unwanted, maybe it's your subscriptions that you're reducing. Maybe it's your grocery budget that you're reducing. Maybe it's reducing your cell phone. You're reducing in the categories that you can. And then let's say that you reduce all your categories, right? And you say, listen, I can't reduce no more categories, Jeannie. Then I would say, friend, then it may be an income. It may be an income issue where we're going to have to pick up a side job, or we're going to have to pick up a side hustle, or we're going to have to pick up, some overtime at the job just to get you out of this season, right? Just to get you out of this season. I have a ton of free resources for you guys for just to make budgeting more simple for you, right? So one of the things that I use tonight is like my paycheck tracker, right? And every time you get paid, this is just an organized way for you to put your income, your tithes, this tracker sheet is available in my link in my bio. You can print it out like I have it here, or you can use it digitally. And again, this is a paycheck tracker sheet. I also have a monthly one. It's like a bundle that I have if you're interested, but it just helps you look at your money and organize it in a way. I also have a ton of resources, a budgeting guide. If you need more detailed help about budgeting, I also have that. And I also do one-on-one coaching. If you really want a more personalized budget, if you want a strategy that's specifically for you, if you want somebody to walk alongside you and, to create strategies and to create a budget that really works for you, you can click on this link here. I think it's this link here. Then it's a link to my coaching. I do one-on-one coaching. I am accepting 5 clients right now. So if you guys are interested, let me know. You always can send me a DM. So just let me know. But again, some people may say that they're not ready for the coaching, and that's okay. Maybe you just need some free resources to help you with your budgeting. Maybe you just need on my lives I try to teach. Thank you so much, Mama Pat, for joining. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Truly, truly appreciate it. We talked about more bills than paycheck. If that resonated with you, let me know. Just I gave out some practical some practical tips that we can do for when we have more bills in our paycheck. And that's a lot of us. I want to let you guys know that you are not alone. If you have more bills than paycheck, this space is going to be a safe space for us to talk about our personal finances with God in the center. So truly, truly appreciate everyone for being here. Again, I have ton of free resources for you guys. And let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, there we at 18. Whoa. We are at 18K, y'all. Truly, truly appreciate everyone for being in the room. Truly appreciate everyone for being here tonight. So, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. So I was going to close out in a prayer. I hope that this live blessed everyone on here. I hope that people watching on the replay, that it blessed you. Thank you so much for engaging. Thank you so much for answering all of the questions, engaging in the chat, liking the live. Truly, truly appreciate everyone that is here. If you ever need more one-on-one budgeting advice, any questions, you always can DM me like, Janine, what do you think about this? You always can ask me questions. I'm always open to it. My DMs are open. But again, if you want that personalized budget, like, listen, this is what I need to do, I do one-on-one coaching. So again, I'm only going to be accepting a few clients because your girl work during the day. So it's just like I don't want to overwork myself. So I am taking a few clients if you guys are interested. So again, make sure you guys that you are doing a practical step on your budget. What's one thing that you can do this week, right? One thing may be you can track your expenses. One thing you could do is write down all your bills that you have due this week, right? What's another thing that you can do? One thing you may can do is call your bill providers and see if you could change the due dates so that it could be more practical for your pay cycle, right? These are practical things that we can do this week so that we are not overwhelmed with our budget, okay? We don't want to be overwhelmed with our budget. So I am going to close out in prayer, and I'm going to say this quick, short prayer. Lord, thank you for the clarity you have given tonight. Bless every woman here with wisdom, with provision and peace. Show her that she's not alone in this journey, and know that you are her provider and not her paycheck. Cover everyone that is listening at the sound of my voice and on the replay. I just ask God that you also give financial blessings to the women in the homes that need it. God, you know the financial need of everybody that's watching on the live, and I ask God that you truly cover them. In Jesus' name we pray all of these things. Amen. So I truly appreciate everyone for being here. Let me know if you have any questions before I leave. Let me know. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I will stay on for a little bit to answer any questions about the budgeting. Let me know if you have any questions, like what should I do? Anything, let me know in the chat if you have any questions. It's okay if you don't have any questions, but if you have any questions, let me know about the budgeting, about more bills than paycheck. Let me know If you have 74. Yeah, I don't even know. This is low view for me. Let me know. Let me know. And it's okay if you guys do not have any questions. So what's today? Today's Monday, right? My days get mixed up, y'all. Today is Monday. So my Wednesday live is Saving with Grace. We're going to be talking about savings, all things savings, how we can save our coins, you guys. It will be the same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Your girl will be on live talking about savings. I'm thinking about doing a pop-up one tomorrow, but don't hold me to it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I might do it. We'll see. I don't really know. And I think it'll be like a different one. It's a different one. So I don't know if I'm gonna pop up 8:30 on Wednesdays. Yes. So my live schedule are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays will always be about budgeting. I'll talk about budgeting, mock budgeting, something like that. Wednesdays will be about savings. We'll talk about emergency funds, savings for kids' college, which I think I may talk about savings for kids' college on Wednesday. Because I talked about emergency fund and sinking funds. So it'll be all things around savings. That's Wednesday. Fridays will be debt-free Fridays. All of the things to be getting out of debt. What strategies are we using? If we are paying off debt, what celebrations that we're having for us paying off our debt. We celebrate the small wins over here. So the Friday will be all about debt-free. I wasn't here last Friday because I had a wedding to attend, so I did it on Thursday. But those are the 3 core days that I have: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Sundays are prayer over our finances, preparation for the week, praying over our finances, covering our families. So Sundays is strictly prayer. So and it's at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, it's just like budgeting stuff during the week, and then prayers will be on Sundays. So if I do a Tuesday and Thursday, it'll be a pop-up, which I kind of think I want to do. I want to do a shoppable live where I talk about some things that I've been doing to save, to be on a budget. So I kind of want to show you guys that. So, let me know. Make sure you hit the notification so you see when I go live. But the core days will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I will see you guys on Wednesday at the same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I truly, truly appreciate everyone for being here, for liking, for gifting, for sharing. Truly, truly appreciate everyone for being here. And I want you to remember, budget with faith and prosper with grace. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. See you. Peace.